We know right now that officers are on the scene downtown East 100 Pratt Street. They say that there's a vehicle down there holding 1,000 gallons of gasoline. So they have evacuated every building in a 4-mile radius of that address. The Inner Harbor's been evacuated. Folks who are working in the T. Rowe Price building downtown have been evacuated. And we know that every area nearby, the streets in that area, Calvert, Pratt, Lombard, and Light, all blocked off. We do have crews on the scene and around the scene taking a look at everything that's going on down there.
All right, and we have, this is Chopper 13 you're seeing from, and we have Captain Cindy Thrift who's there, and she has been over the scene for the last at least hour or two, Cindy, and we know, as Nicole just said, that the area has been evacuated. Is there anything else you've noticed? I assume the bomb squad has been called in?
We are hearing that the bomb squad has been called in. Since we've been here, we have noticed that the evacuation area has expanded quite a bit. So there's no traffic on Light Street from Conway all the way up to Baltimore Street.
All right, so it's a large area, and at least we are being told that the gallery has been evacuated. As Nicole mentioned, T. Rowe Price, which is an enormous building, has been evacuated. At this point, they are calling it a suspicious vehicle. We believe it's a van. We believe police were called when there was a smell of leaking gas. And the latest reports are that this van may contain up to 1,000 pounds of gasoline. That is all we know at this point, but it is a serious enough situation that they have evacuated a very large portion of downtown in the middle of a busy Monday business day. And right now we're looking down, they have ambulances. What else have you noticed, Cindy?
Oh, there's a lot of fire trucks. That's what's blocking each of the intersections here. We can see heavy traffic on Charles Street, so traffic is getting by there.
So there is some traffic moving in the area. However, the Downtown Partnership is saying, please avoid that area if at all possible, because you're just going to find yourself in a mess in any of the side streets. At this point, they have cordoned off an area that's large enough that they obviously believe that if whatever this is were to explode, it would be quite dangerous. So they're taking every precaution possible. Thank you, Cindy. We're going to keep looking at your shot, and we're going to come back to you in just a second. But we do have a reporter on the scene right now, Rachel Menitoff. And where are you exactly, Rachel?
Hi, Denise. We're at the corner of Light and Redwood Street. This is the media staging area. We've been told at some point police and fire will be talking to us to give us the latest update. We don't know exactly what time that will be, but this is sort of the media staging area. Like you said, police are investigating a suspicious vehicle found here in downtown Baltimore near the Promenade. The police activity is near the 100 block of East Pratt Street near the Promenade. Police were called over here just after 9 o'clock this morning for a report of a smell of leaking gas coming from a van facing the parking garage near the T. Rowe Price building. That building has since been evacuated. Many other buildings in the area have also been evacuated. The van has 1,000 gallons of gasoline. That's according to police officials. They explained at a press conference today that the van has 1,000 gallons of gasoline. Like you said, a 4-mile radius around 100 East Pratt Street is evacuated. Several streets are blocked off in this area. Police are asking that motorists and pedestrians avoid Pratt, Calvert, Lombard, and Light streets. Denise and Nicole.
Those buildings contain a lot of people, and when they were evacuated, are they standing around there? Have they been told to wait with the anticipation they'll be allowed back in, or has everyone left the scene?
Denise, I don't think anyone has been told whether they can come back inside to a lot of these buildings. You can see behind us there are a considerable number of people standing around waiting for updates. Some people have gone home or gone to their apartments if they live in the area, but so far no updates as to when people can return inside to their office buildings and to some of their apartment buildings.
Standing around waiting to find out what's going to happen. We also have Stetson Miller.
Yes.
He is also near the scene. Stetson, are you there?
Denise, yes, I am, and you can actually see some of that activity happening behind me. We're also here on Light and Redwood Streets, and you can see some of the ATF police and fire vehicles that are doing their work down there and investigating, trying to figure out what's going on. There have been several parts of the street here that have been blocked off, and to both pedestrians and to vehicles. People that I've talked to down here near Light Street and Redwood say that they've been wondering what's been going on during their lunch break. It's not in this, at least immediate area, in this kind of corner where we're at. Not many people have been evacuated here, but they have been wondering what's going on, coming out of their buildings, trying to figure out the situation here. Sometimes it's been a little bit scary, but some have also said to me that they feel safe because there is just such a large presence of first responders here. Lots of gridlock as well. We've talked to some people who are in traffic, and they said it's taken probably 20 minutes just to get a block through this area. So, I mean, this has been going on for a little while now, and it's been frustrating. People just trying to get through on their workday. But so far, we're just trying to figure out more information here, and people are just curious what's happening behind me here.
Stetson, have you noticed any authorities, or I guess any officers, people from the fire department going in and out of any buildings at all?
I have not yet actually seen any of that activity, but there is a lot going on behind me here. We will be sure to take a look and let you know what's going on when we know more.
All right, thank you, Stetson. And again, it was around 9:13, about 4 hours ago, that the initial call went into police. Basically, someone just smelled gas, and there was a van parked with no one in it, and that seemed suspicious. And then so in the past 4 hours, that's how this thing, the domino effect of what has happened here. Looking now down from Chopper 13, I meant to ask you, Cindy, Captain Cindy, are you able to see this vehicle, the suspicious vehicle? Have you been able to at all?
We haven't had any eyes on any vehicle. We do believe that it is inside of one of the parking garages.
I see. So it's actually inside the parking garage at 100 East Pratt Street. All right, thank you. I mean, obviously, at this point, thankfully, nothing has happened. It's a waiting game for everybody, although I am sure there's major activity happening among first responders.
Absolutely. The mayor, along with Councilman President Brandon Scott, they did do a Facebook Live update not too long ago, just telling people that were on social media that they were investigating, that the fire and police department were working closely with them to investigate exactly what was happening. And some eyewitnesses that were writing in on social media as well that work in those buildings told us that they, of course, were not able to get to their cars. Many of them are parked in this garage specifically, so they've had to kind of disperse in areas nearby to just wait it out. I've been told from other witnesses as well that they have not been given an official update of any kind from police or fire department either. So they're just waiting like we are to find out more information, but of course, keeping an eye on the situation very closely.
All right, so to recap very quickly, for those of you who are just turning in, around 9 this morning, there was a smell of gas coming from a vehicle, a suspicious vehicle, inside a parking garage at 100 East Pratt. And nothing has happened at this time, but there's huge response and evacuation. We, of course, have reporters on the scene, and we will come back on the air the minute there is any advancement or update.